guys, Kurt Shaver here, Chief Sales Officer of Ingresso. Excited to be part of the Sales Development Summit thanks to Inside Sales and Sales Hacker. So let's get started. I'm going to be talking about how you can use video for sales prospecting. It's a standout to get in. So here we go. So first, a little background about me. I'm a 30-year career salesperson, so been selling a long time, but still like to stay up on the leading edge of technology. And right now, video for salespeople is one of the hottest things that's getting leveraged to get more appointments and more opportunities and more deals. So I'm currently the Chief Sales Officer with Vengresso. Vengresso is a digital sales transformation company that teaches salespeople how to do all these techniques. And along the way, in terms of digital sales training, I have over 10,000 hours training large and small companies. So with that, let's go ahead and get going. They asked us to put in a social share slide. So if you've been watching some of these presentations, you've seen this. And this is the one where we're just trying to capture one of the ideas, encouraging you guys to share it to get the word out. So down there you can see both my Twitter handle as well as the hashtag for the Sales Development Summit. All right, let's get going about it. Why your prospects, why your buyers aren't responding? Well, it might simply be because you're not engaging with them the way they want to engage. And these days, video is a big part of it, right? We all know that. YouTube is the second biggest search engine. If you look around at any airport or a mall or lobby area, everybody's down on their phone. A lot of times they're consuming short videos. So let's look at some statistics around the use of video. So the first one here, this year, 2017, 74% of all internet traffic is going to be consumed by video. So 3/4 of it is video. When we start talking about open rates for emails, videos can actually boost that open rate by 20%, which is pretty substantial. And if you include a video in an introductory email, then that increases the click-through rate by 96%. So in other words, if they're looking there at your email and they see, hey, here's a link to a video, watch my video, something like that, right? That almost everybody clicks it. It's almost just something you can't avoid. You can't resist it if there's a little video there. So in terms of looking at things like open rates, click-through rates, and again, reducing unsubscribes, all of these things go up when there's video in it. And if you're targeting C-level executives, it's important to know that senior executives would rather, or 59% of them anyway, would rather watch a video than read text. So again, really important. These are all things that are just pointing to the direction of leveraging video for your sales efforts. So when we talk about video, there are really 4 elements, if you think about it, of pulling off a great video, right? So the first thing is the message itself. So throw away all the technology. Just think about the message itself, or really probably easier to think about the script. Like, what are the words that you're actually going to say? So that's the first thing you have to think of. And there might be a little bit of a mind shift that you have to undergo when you're actually scripting for video as opposed to something you might write in an email. So you've got the message itself. Then you actually have the delivery of it, right? How are you going to deliver it? What's your style? This has to do with, if you think about presentation style, right? Are you going to be very straightforward and businesslike? Are you going to be casual and friendly? Are you going to try and make it funny? Or is it going to be super factual? What's the background going to look like, right? All of that has to do with the style and the delivery of it, which again, because video is so much richer than something like a text or even just a phone call, then you have to really be thinking about what's that brand image you want to convey, how are you going to deliver it, what's your style. The third element is just the mechanics of it. The mechanics of it have to do with, right, what applications are you using? What's your lighting look like? What's your surrounding? Are you going to use green screen? Is it going to be live out in the field? Is it going to be in the studio? All of those are just the mechanics associated with recording video. And then finally, what's the distribution method that you're going to use for this, right? Are you posting this on a website? Is it going to be a landing page? Are you just emailing a video clip to somebody, right? Are you posting it on social media? So you got to think through all these elements. And again, for most people who haven't been in the habit of creating, producing, distributing their own videos for sales purposes, a lot of these things are new. These are things we talk about in our video for sales classes. So we cover 16 different examples. Now, we're not going to look at them all here because these Sales Development Summit talks are pretty short, right? This is not a full training thing, but I'm going to show you guys 3 or 4 different examples. I'll show you all the 16 in terms of labeling them, and then I'll actually demonstrate 3 examples for you. So the first one we're going to talk about obviously applies to sales development, would be sending a prospecting video, right, in order to trigger a dialogue, begin a sales cycle, get an appointment, all these things that are very common to a sales development rep. So I'm going to show you guys an example of those right now. What you're looking at now is a landing page with a video that was sent to the CEO of my company from a student at the University of Houston. So the University of Houston has a well-renowned, recognized sales school, the Steven Stagner. You can see there by the branding in the background. Again, good job. Steven Stagner Sales Excellence Institute, part of the University of Houston. And both my CEO and myself participated in some video sales contests that they had there. So we got to know some of the students. And so this video is actually a prospecting outreach by one of the students to my CEO. And you'll see how poised she is. You'll see how she does a great job of being very specific and complimenting on things. And she has a very specific call to action. So I'm going to get it started. I'm going to expand it to full screen so it's easier to see. I'll let it play. Then we'll come back and take a look at another example. Here we go.
Hey Mario, I hope you're having a great day today. My name is Brittany Pham and I am a student at the University of Houston in the program for Excellence in Selling. I just wanted to first start by saying thank you so much for all the time that you have invested in the program already. The students have found OneMob as a very useful tool and have been using it a lot lately, especially me because I have found it to definitely leverage a lot of my opportunities. I wanted to reach out to you because I've been so inspired by your work and innovation to social selling, and I know you are highly involved with LinkedIn, so it's so inspirational to see everything that you've done. So I would love to schedule a meeting with you, a phone call anytime you're available, to just ask you about your career within Vengreso and how you got into this type of career. So if you are available at all, my information will be down below, and I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, Mario.
Okay, and then if I come back out of the full screen, you'll see right here there is a button where we can reply, or the receiver could reply directly to her to respond to that very specific call to action. So again, a great way of using this. And just to kind of close the story here, again, she's using this to start a sales cycle, got the appointment, had the conversation, and within a couple of months had then secured herself an intern position with our company to do this very thing for our own company, right? So it absolutely works. All right, so that was one example. Let's jump back here to PowerPoint. It's a great way to do video responses if buyers ask questions. Again, this is just taking yourself through different parts of the sales cycle. If you are closing the deals and you take it all the way through to close, it might be nice to send a thank you message, obviously. One of the really great ways is that you can provide a video overview of a proposal that you sent out. Now, in many instances, like if you're an inside salesperson, you might not actually have the chance, right? You might be working in Chicago, but you're covering the, Chicago, or you might be covering the New Jersey market or something like that. You actually are not going to the market. Or sometimes, you kind of get stuck at a mid-level and within an organization, and a manager might say, oh, the vendors can't meet with the buying committee, I'll present your solution to the VP. Well, you hate to sort of make somebody else your messenger because they're obviously not as skilled and trained as you might be as a salesperson for that product. So being able to set it up with a video to deliver your proposal is a great way to do it. So let me show you another example of that. All right, here is a video proposal that I delivered, a company that wanted to hire us for some LinkedIn training, and I'll just let it roll and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it a little bit. So again, I'll get it started. We'll go to full screen, then I'll come back here to this landing page. Hey Brian, Kurt Shaver of Vengreso here. Thanks for reaching out to me and asking me about LinkedIn sales training to boost your sales pipeline. I put together some resources for you, and you're going to see them all down here below on the page. So the first thing is I put together a video describing the solution, how it kind of fits into the objectives that you illustrated and shared with me. And so take a look at that. It's about a 10-minute video, but it covers everything, kind of gives you all the details. Basically a proposal, video proposal. Includes all the pricing that we discussed and that type of thing. Two other things that I have down below are, you can see I've got a link just to my LinkedIn profile. And the reason for that is because you had talked about getting some references or testimonials. I have 121 of them on my LinkedIn profile. And I'm just one of the founders of Vengreso, right? There's 5 other founders. So, together we probably have well over 500 testimonials. So we've been doing this a long time, and we're pretty good at it. And then the last thing that I provided you down there is just a link to the website where we have our public social selling bootcamp, since we are recommending that you do a private one so that we can customize it for Cardex and you can be confidential and we can do it upon your training schedule, but it'll still give you a pretty good feel for the type of program that we do. So again, we want to hit the ground running for 2018. We really need to start thinking about when we're going to get that scheduled in 2017 and get it in before all the holidays. So I'll look forward to talking to you when we circle up on Friday. Okay, guys, so that was about a 1.5 minute overview. And again, down here is actually a 10-minute narrated, full-blown proposal, as if I had actually, flown across country and met them in their boardroom. Here is the link to my own LinkedIn profile that I mentioned, because they were asking for testimonials of other people that had gone through the class, and there's 121 of them right here. And then finally they can click on this link and go right into book a meeting with me for that follow-up meeting. They're coming, right into the calendar. And so that's a second example of how you can use it. Last one we'll look at here is, how can you use video to actually invite people to your next event? Now, this one I had a lot of fun with. We talk about how video is a great way to show your personality and go beyond it. So this one, again, I kind of went out on the edge, but we are sponsors of an executive sales retreat in February called the STAR event. And so this was a video that I created to both for social media and to send directly to my sales leadership contacts to invite them to this particular event. Here we go. Hi, Kurt Shaver, Chief Sales Officer of Vengreso here. Hey, if you're a sales operations, or sales enablement executive, come on and join me on this run. I've got something I think you're going to want to hear about. It's STAR, the Sales Team Alpine Retreat, sponsored by Frost & Sullivan, the consulting and research firm. This is an event that features both sales thought leaders as well as highly collaborative sessions so that you can learn from your peers in areas of sales, sales operations, and sales enablement. So come join us. It's February 7th through 9th in Lake Tahoe. Hey, there's even going to be a day before where we're going to be hitting the slopes if you want to come a day early. But still, come anyway and join and learn from your peers at this high-quality executive retreat. Now, Vengreso is a sponsor of this event, so we are able to offer people a $250 discount off the admission. All you got to do is go to frost.com/Vengreso. You can see the information down here. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys at the slope and at the STAR meeting. All right, now here we go. We come back right here to the landing page. By the way, we're using a tool called OneMob to do both the video shoots and create these landing pages, account-specific landing pages. So here they can link right to the main page again of that particular event, right? Or if we pop back again, they can come down here and save the $250 off if they come to our launch page into that particular event. So that's how it all works. Last thing that I'm going to mention is, in both of the last two videos you looked at, obviously, probably obvious to most people in this kind of faked out ski run thing, but also even in this one where I was seemingly in the LinkedIn office, both of those were shot with green screen in my office. So I've just got a green screen set up here, and I can overlay a video behind it. It looks like I'm actually there, which is very valuable in a lot of different instances, whether you're trying to build credibility as a LinkedIn trainer like I am here, or whether you're just trying to have some fun by putting in kind of a crazy background and theme like I did there. All right, so let's wrap this up again, a lot of different methods here, and these are all the things that we cover in our video for sales training. I'm not going to go through these all, but I'll just pop them up here so you can see what the different 16 examples are. And this is by no means the extent of it. You can kind of just keep up and think about any communication that you might have, whether telephone, email, or otherwise, right? What could you do with a video of it? So I encourage you guys to try it for yourself. You can try it a number of different ways. You can just obviously do native video right off of your smartphone. You can use some other video related apps, but we really like OneMob. It is a video app specifically designed for salespeople. It's very optimized for mobile. It is super easy, very powerful. And again, we just love those custom landing pages that you can use. So I encourage you to go check it out. You can get a free 1-week trial there if you go to onemob.com. So guys, if you got any questions that I can answer after this about using video for sales or just digital selling and social selling in general, a lot of different ways to connect or contact me. Please send me a LinkedIn invitation to connect and tell me that you heard me here on the Sales Development Summit. You can also follow me on Twitter there. It's just my name, but with no space there, just all one, Kurt Shaver together. Or you can email me, kurt@vengresso.com. And finally, if you just want to stay up to date and get weekly tips on sales, digital selling, social selling, or video sales techniques like we've seen here, then you can simply text your email to that number, 707-781-8383. It'll just come back. So you text your email to that, it'll just come back and sign you up, and you'll be on the mail list to get those regular updates. Hey guys, thanks for listening to my session here on the Sales Development Summit. Hope you picked up some great things here, as well as some of the other sessions. Kurt Shaver, Chief Sales Officer with Vengresso. We'll talk to you next time.